So just coming to sit comfortably on your mat in whatever position feels good for you. So you can stagger the legs if that feels good, you can cross them, you can sit them out long, but we're going to start with just a little grounding exercise just to settle us down. Our focus for the practice today is actually going to be a full body sequence, focusing on a little bit of flow, some strength, but just really getting this idea of moving and breathing and connecting to everything that yoga can bring us. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the practice, and let's begin. So just resting the hands comfortably on your knees. Take a big breath in through the nose, just let it out through the mouth. Again, in, big breath, fill the belly up, and then just feel the shoulders relax a little bit. As you come to sit comfortably, just take a moment to notice your body right now. How are you feeling in your own body? There might be some tightness and tension. You might be feeling a bit tense and frazzled. Wherever you're coming from right now, just know you can put that aside and you can give yourself this time to just really focus on you. Again, big breath in through the nose. Big sighing relief out. And if you haven't already, feel free to close the eyes or just soften the gaze down towards the ground. And just take a moment to notice your thoughts. How's your mind right now? Does it feel like it's racing or is it quite slow? Just always taking a moment to observe the quality and nature of our thoughts. Rarely there's any kind of pattern or sense about them, but just knowing we can tune out of that and tune into our bodies is a really powerful tool within our yoga practice. And we know that the mind is doing its job in the background, but we're not disturbed by it. We're not constantly being drawn into that. We can come into the body. We can begin to focus on the belly and the breath. We can notice where we're grounded through our sitting bones. Notice the sensations of the breath in and out of the nose. And perhaps we just take a moment to settle in silence, just enjoying a moment of peace and stillness. And all there is the gentle, audible sound and rhythm of your breath. An easy flow in through the nose and an easy flow all the way back out. So we can just begin to slow it all down. Couple more breaths just like this. A moment of stillness. And then we'll slowly, just with a soft smile on the face, just give the fingers and toes a little wiggle. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Big, big stretch. And exhale, pull the hands down. Bring the palms back behind you and then drop them down. Just lean back, lift the chest. Maybe drop the chin back, open through the front body. Exhale, bring yourself back through to center. Just drop one hand down to the side, reach up and over with the other, and then reach away, not necessarily down, but reach up and over. Give the fingers a little activation. Nice, opening through the rib cage. Maybe you just move a little bit here. Maybe you feel like taking an arm circle. One way and then the other. Lovely. And then we'll come up through center and switch the arms over. Bring the other hand down and take that lovely side stretch. Again, notice the ribs opening here. Perhaps you find a little bit of movement with the arm, just noticing where you want to go. Again, maybe a sweep of the arm one way and then the other. Lovely. And then we'll come all the way back up. Take another big reach up with the arms. Exhale, just twist now. Bring one hand behind you, rest one hand on the opposite knee. Lovely. And maybe the gaze just follows through with the spine, twisting from the rib cage. Inhale, there's a sense of lifting up, and exhale, maybe you just twist a bit deeper. There's no forcing, the hands are just gently resting. Exhale. Inhale, we reach back up, come through center, and we take it to the other side. So the exhale drives the twist. Again, we're not forcing, there's a softness as we inhale to lift, exhale to twist. The hand gently rests on the knee, one hand behind you, maybe the gaze just follows through. Stay for the exhale. And then slowly come back through center. So just bringing the feet to the ground now. We're going to just fire up the belly a little bit, get the core engaged. So bring the feet to the ground, bring the hands behind the knees. Maybe start to shift back, lift up with the chest, come up onto the toes, and maybe you lift one leg up, maybe you lift the other. And we're just going to hold here. You can feel free to take the arms away if you want to. Think about lifting the chest and smiling, just holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bring the feet down, bring the hands behind you, press up, reverse tabletop. Nice. Bring yourself down. Just take a moment to rest on the shins. We're going to do that again. So coming back through to center, hands behind the knees, start to shift back. Maybe you draw the shins parallel, maybe you flex, point the toes, maybe you release the hands, lift the chest, draw the belly and thighs together. Lovely. Breathing and smiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the feet down. Again, take the hands behind you. Maybe just lift up. If this is too much coming up with the hips, just lean back, lift the chest forward with the knees still bent. That's still opening through the front body. And then just come through, take a little hug of the knees. Lovely. And then crossing the legs, rolling all the way over onto all fours. Nice. Just inhale to drop the belly, lift the chin, coming into cow. Exhale to round. Inhale to come through. Exhale to round. Just waking up the spine. Feel free to add a little bit of extra movement with the breath as we inhale to come through. Exhale to round. Maybe you want to take a little child, or you feel like coming a little bit further forward, dropping the hips. Whatever feels good. Maybe you tuck the toes. Maybe you just want to lift one arm and then swap the other one over. Have a little play in your cat-cow, just waking up the wrists, moving in circles if that feels good. You can change the position of your wrists by maybe coming onto the tops of the hands and just rocking a little bit forwards and backwards. It's a lovely stretch for the forearms. And then when you feel like you've done enough, just come back through to center. Take the knees wide, big toes to touch. Just soften the elbows, let the forehead rest. Take a little child pose here. Try and see if you can snuggle your sitting bones down and then soften through the top of the body. Feel free to give the forehead a little rock side to side. This massages the eyebrows and the forehead. Really nice. And then slowly bringing yourself back up through to kneeling. Draw the knees in, tuck the toes, press up onto the soles of the feet. And we're going to come all the way up to standing. Lovely. Give yourself a big reach up with the arms. Exhale, bring the hands down to center. Lovely. So just take a moment here in mountain posture. Just really enjoy feeling grounded through the feet. There's a softness in the knees, but the belly's engaged. You feel strong and tall. And we're going to inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, we're going to float all the way down. Inhale, we're going to walk ourselves out to plank. You can drop to the knees if you want to. And then we're going to shift our way over to the right hand. Maybe you drop the right knee, and we'll take a side plank on the other side. Or you come with feet stacked or one in front of the other. Exhale, bring the left hand down. Shift the weight over to the left. You might drop the left knee, stretch out with the right, lift the left arm up. Again, you might bring both feet up. And then bring yourself back round and then lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Lovely. Spread the hands, press into the feet, play with dropping the heels down, bending the knees. Wherever you are, we're going to drop to the knees. And we're going to bring the right foot forward, lunge. Inhale, reach up the arms. Lovely. Exhale, bring the hands down. Bring the left hand to the ground, twist open with the right, reach the right fingertips up to the ceiling, twist. Exhale, bring the hand down. Step back to all fours. Sit back towards the heels and lift up, downward facing dog. Lovely. Just give the hips a little shake. And then drop the knees again. Step through with the left. Inhale, reach the arms up. Lunge. Lovely. Really nice. Exhale, frame the hands. Bring the right hand to the ground. Lift the left arm up. Twist here. Really nice. Bring the hand down. Step back to all fours or plank. Just shift a little bit side to side. Build that strength. And then we'll lower the knees. We'll all lower the hips to the belly. Inhale, take a little cobra. Lift the chest, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, release. Press up to all fours. And walk ourselves back towards our hands. To the knees, press ourselves up onto the soles of the feet, and we'll come all the way up to standing. Take a big stretch with the arms. Lovely. Bring the hands down through center. Just take a moment here. Feel your feet connected through the ground. Really strong mountain posture here. Really, 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 really nice. And then just turning around. So now the back of your mat becomes the front of your mat. Really nice. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, just take a forward fold. Soften the knees if you need. Inhale to come all the way back up. Big stretch with the arms. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold all the way down. This time, bring the hands to the ground and step the right leg back. Drop the heel down. And then inhale, come up. Bend the front leg. Warrior one. Really strong here. Really nice. Arms lifted. Belly's drawn in. Bending the leg. Really nice. Bring the hands down towards the hips. Bring the back foot in a bit. Straighten the front leg and begin to push the hips back. Fold forward, release the hands, and we'll take a forward fold. You can widen your stance if you need to by taking the feet further away from each other. Lovely. Don't need to lock the front leg out. Release the neck. Really nice. Lovely. And then bend into that front leg. Bring yourself back to a forward fold. Again, place the hands down, step back with the left foot this time. Drop the heel, bend the front leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Warrior one on the other side. Really nice here. Pressing into the front big toe, press out through the side of the back foot. Lovely. Bend into the front leg, belly's drawn in. And then bring the hands down towards the hips. Straighten the front leg. Feel free to bring that back foot in a bit if you need to. Push the hips back as we fold forward. Release the hands. Take another pyramid fold. Lovely. Really nice. Really nice forward fold. Let the head be heavy, releasing over the back, over the leg, feeling the stretch through the back of the front leg. Nice. And then inhale, come up a little bit, bend the front leg and step the back foot up, take a forward fold. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Lovely. Bring the hands down through center. Just take a little moment here to soften. Really nice. Inhale, reach the arms up. You can keep the feet wide. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, lift you up halfway. Take the weight into the left foot as we step the right foot back, coming high up onto the toes. And inhale, reach the arms up. Straighten the front leg. And then exhale, bend into the front knee and press out through the back heel. So we're high up on the toes. Bring the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down. Lift the chest. Lovely. Really, really good. Inhale, release the hands, lift them all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands down. This time, step back to plank. Lower the knees, lower the hips, belly, chest. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, press up to all fours, and come up to downward facing dog. Walk the feet in if you need, soften the knees or straighten the heels down. Really press out through the hands. Lovely. And then walk yourself all the way back up to a forward fold. And then inhale, come all the way up to standing. Bring the hands down through center. We're going to do that on the other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, take a fold all the way down. Ground into the right foot as you step the left foot back, come high up onto the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up, straighten the front leg, and then bend into the front knee, press out through the heels. We're high up on the back toes, pressing down through the front big foot. Big toe, sorry, not big foot. Lovely. Draw the hands down behind you, interlace the fingers, and draw the knuckles down, opening the chest. Lovely. Keep bending and pressing into the feet. Really good, strong legs. You can take a wide stance if you need. This is a strong posture. And then release the hands, reach the arms all the way up. Exhale, frame the front foot, step back to plank. Again, hold here if you need to, and then lower the knees, hips, belly, all the way down. Inhale, a little cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, press up to all fours, and then we'll lift the hips, downward facing dog. Release the chin. Notice if you're lifting the chin up, can you draw the chin down towards the chest? Maybe you draw the heels down, maybe you bend the knees. Have a play with what feels good. Press away with the hands. So notice if you're sinking into the shoulders. Can you lift up a little bit through the upper back? Lovely. And then again, walk yourself all the way back up to a forward fold. Feet can be wide if they need. And then release over the legs and inhale, come all the way up to standing. Lovely big stretch. Bring the hands down through center, then rest them by the side of the body. Really good. Nice, soft, gentle movements, flowing really, really well. Good. So just bring the feet in a little bit closer. We're going to inhale, reach the arms up, and we're going to start to sink down into our hips, coming into chair. If it's too much with the arms, just bring them to the hips. Drawing the belly in, take the weight into the heels, maybe you lift the toes. Reach the arms up towards the ears. You can take them wide. Hips, if that feels good. And really sink down. Feel the glutes fire up. Give them a little tap to activate them. Lovely. And then come all the way up to standing. Brilliant. Inhale, reach the arms up. Take the weight into the left foot as we start to lift the right foot up, taking it all the way up high. And then we're going to have a play here. We're going to inhale, lift up the leg, Take the knee out to the side, maybe take hold of the knee gently, reach the arm out. And then maybe we bring the foot to the inner thigh, the calf, or the ankle, wherever feels good for you. And then press that foot into the leg. Notice if you're sinking in the hip, can we lift up? Feel that magnetizing of the leg and the sole of the foot together. Really strong in the standing leg. Press into the big toe. Maybe reach the arms wherever you need to for balance. Really good. Breathing deep here. Tree posture, Vikrasana. And then bring the hands down. Just gently release the leg. Take it out in front. Give it a little straighten and then bring it all the way down. Really good. We're going to take that on the other side now. So again, inhale, reach the arms up. Start to take the weight into the right foot as we lift the leg up. Maybe take the knee out to the side. So find a softness in that standing leg. We're not rigid. We're not locking out. We're easy through the body. And then wherever you feel comfortable, to the calf, ankle or inner thigh, wherever feels good, press the foot and the leg together again. Notice if you're kind of sinking, can you lift up out of the hips, press into the big toe of the standing foot, take the arms wherever you need to again. Find a focus point. Use your exhale to ground down. Really good. Softening. And then inhale, bring the hands together, release the leg. See if we can straighten it out in front and then release the leg down. Give the legs a little shake. Really good balancing. We're going to move through another flow again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, float all the way down. Inhale, lifts you up halfway. Press the hands down, ground into the left foot, step the right leg back. Really nice. Inhale, come up to that lunge again. Really, really good. Bend into that front leg. Lovely. Bring the hands down. Step back to plank. Lower the knees all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. Press up to all fours and then downward facing dog. Really nice. Walk yourself up to that forward fold. Inhale, lifts you up halfway. Exhale, release. Take the weight into the right foot. Step the left leg back, coming up onto the toes. Bend the front leg. Inhale, reach the arms up. Really, really good. Nice, strong lunge here. Exhale, bring the hands down. Step back to plank. Lower the knees, lower the belly. Squeeze the glutes as we inhale to lift up shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, release. And then press up through to all fours. And just sit back, take a little rest in child pose. Snuggle the sitting bones down. Take the arms out or to the side of the body, wherever feels comfortable for you. And as you rest there, really allow the belly to be heavy. Let the backs of the shoulders expand. Allow the rib cage to expand and really just enjoy settling down. Just allow the breath to slow a little bit. Easy breath in, easy breath out. Really, really good. One more breath, stay for the exhale, and then slowly come up through to all fours. Tucking the right toes, ground into the hands, press away with the shoulders, stretch out the right foot. So left toes are tucked, right foot is out long. And then lift that leg up, draw the belly in. Now you can stay here or maybe reach the left fingertips away. So a balancing posture. If you're here with the hands down, or if you've got the arm up, we're going to draw the knee to the elbow or knee to nose, whatever you feel most comfortable doing. 3 times reaching away, drawing in. And then release, just sit back on the heels, give the wrists a little roll. So you can do that with both hands down and just draw the knee into the nose, or you can do elbow to knee. So it's just a little balancing, but also core stabilizing activity, just to kind of fire everything up. We're going to come back onto the other side. Ground the hands down, tuck the right toes, stretch out the left leg, rock backwards and forwards. Really press away with the shoulders, engage the hands as we lift the leg up nice and strong. Maybe you're here and you draw the knee into the nose, or you reach the right fingertips away, and as we exhale, draw elbow to knee. Inhale to expand, exhale to draw in. One more. And then just again, sit back on the heels, give the wrists a little roll. Maybe give the arms a little shake. Lovely. Really, really good. So we're going to build on that now. So coming through to all fours. So you can come up to downward facing dog. And if it feels a bit too much for your shoulders and your wrists, come back down to all fours and then repeat the same exercise. So tucking the toes, coming up to downward facing dog. Really grounding through the feet. You might take them a little bit wider. Ground into the left foot, press into the hands, really nice and strong. We're going to lift the right leg up, three-legged dog here. And on our exhale, we're going to draw the knee to the nose as we shift our weight forward and then press it back up. So you might do this on all fours, lift the leg away and then draw the knee in and then lift the leg back away. So if we're on downward facing dog, we're drawing the knee in, shift weight forward and push it back. So we're moving, drawing the knee in and then pushing the leg back up to three-legged dog. One more wherever we are, if we're in all fours or downward facing dog. And then release the foot down. Everybody just take a rest, give the wrists a little roll. So we're going to do that on the other side. So it's a really strong building stability in the shoulders and strength in the belly, the back muscles. So if you're in downward facing dog, you really need to be pressing away with the hands to engage the arms and the lats and the scapula. And even if you're in all fours, still that pressing away with the hands. So when you're ready, in your own time, coming to the other side. So either doing it in all fours or taking that extra step up maybe to downward facing dog. So coming to tuck the toes, downward facing dog or all fours, we lift up wherever we are. We ground into the feet. This time the right foot grounds down, we lift the left leg up, three-legged dog. Maybe you just have a play with this first. If this feels too much, just drop the right knee. And then we draw the knee into the nose, shift the weight forward, and then press the leg back up and out. Maybe you're in all fours, just drawing the knee in and drawing it back out. So all fours looks like this, leg out, draw the knee in. Downward facing dog, leg up high, draw it back. One more wherever we are. Just one last, lift the leg up high in all fours or downward facing dog, and then bring the leg down, sit back on the heels. Again, give the wrists a little bit of love, give the shoulders a shake. So really building some strength there. Really good, guys. Told you it's going to be a little bit of a stronger one today. So we're just going to kind of slow everything down now, give the arms a chance to kind of rest. So we're going to come through to all fours. We're going to inhale, ground into the left hand, reach the right arm up. And then we're going to thread that arm under the left arm, take the side of the head down. So we're looking at our left hand and we're resting the shoulder on the ground. Maybe we reach the fingertips to the top of the mat. If this feels uncomfortable and thread the needle, you can stay seated on your heels and you can draw the right arm across the chest, just gently pulling it with your left arm, and that's the same stretch. So if you find it uncomfortable in all fours, this is an alternative. So wherever you are, whether you're with the hips high over the knees, arm out to the top of the mat, resting on the shoulder, or you're sat back on the heels. Just take a breath. Exhale, soften. And then just releasing that arm, coming back through to all fours. So again, taking it to the other side, either sitting back on the heels, taking the variation, or lifting the left arm up and threading it under the right, taking the side of the head down, hips high. Maybe you reach that right fingertip to the top of the mat. Allow yourself to settle a little bit here. Again, you can be sitting on the heels and you can stretch the left arm across and gently pull it with the right arm. Again, you get that same stretch. So whatever feels comfortable for you. Remember, it's not about pushing ourselves, it's about listening and tuning in. And then wherever we are, just release the hands, come back through to all fours. Tucking the toes, stretch out with the right leg, give yourself a lovely rock forwards and backwards. And then stepping the foot to the outside of the right hand, you can untuck the toes. We're going to come to a lizard variation. So you might find you can walk the back leg a bit and really open the hips. This might be enough for you here with the leg a little bit wider. You might already be feeling it across the inner thigh. Maybe you open the knee out a little bit to the side. Or you've got some space to play with, maybe dropping an elbow down. The beauty of being at home is you can bring a pillow and you can rest the elbows on the pillow. So again, there shouldn't be any pain across the hip. It might be uncomfortable because we're not used to opening the hips this wide, but there shouldn't be pain. And allow your hips to naturally be pulled down by gravity. So this is pulling down already. We're lowering the hips, but we're not forcing anything. You can come on to the fists if the wrists are hurting. Let yourself soften here, either on the elbows, the forearms. Lovely. Really, really nice. And then wherever you are, coming back up onto the fingers, we're just going to start to walk that foot, the right foot, over towards the left hand. And we're going to drop the knee down towards the right, and the heel might come in towards the pelvis area. That's fine. You might find that the hip is a little bit high off the ground. This is where you can place a cushion underneath you, underneath the hip. And we're coming into pigeon. This might be enough for you with the leg out long behind you and the heel and the knee bent in front. And then maybe we come onto the forearms. So we're folding over that front leg now. Really nice. You might find you can go a little bit further and bring the arms down, forehead to the ground. So we're bending over that front leg. Again, there shouldn't be pain, but you might notice a slight discomfort again as we begin to open the hips and the lower back and the glutes and the inner groin area. Couple more breaths, just like this. And then slowly, gently bring ourselves back up. Tuck the back foot, lift the leg and just straighten out that leg. Lift the hips up high, downward facing dog. Just give yourself a little shake here, a little wiggle. You can kind of straighten the legs, what feels good. And then we'll drop to the knees again and we'll step the left foot to the outside of the left hand this time. So our hands are on the inside and our foot to the outside edge of the mat. And again, maybe we can walk that back knee further back, but without pulling on the hips too much. You might want to open the knee, gently coming onto the side of the foot. Maybe you play with dropping one elbow down. How does that feel? But lizard is quite an opening posture for the front of the hip, so take it slow. Easy breath in, again on fists if you need. No rush, no hurry. Playing with coming down if that feels good. One more breath. Nice. And then coming up onto the fingers wherever we are, start to walk the left foot over towards the right side of the mat, coming onto this side of the foot, dropping the knee down. And you'll notice how my heel comes right into the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Absolutely fine. We're not trying to bring our foot parallel. And then just ease that back knee out a bit. Find your comfortable position. Place a pillow under the thigh of the left leg if you need to. And then again, just kind of adjust yourself and then maybe come onto the forearms, fold over that front leg. You might find, again, a discomfort, but hopefully no pain. If there's any pain, please just come out of the posture. So pigeon. If doing pigeon on front is really, really not comfortable for you, and apologies that I didn't mention this when we did it on the right leg, but if you just gently bring yourself up, just sit yourself down and bring your right leg through, place the right foot on the ground, bend the leg, and then bring the left foot to the thigh. You can take pigeon seated, and it's exactly the same stretch, but this might just be a bit more comfortable for you. Apologies that I didn't show you this on the other side. So you can be taking this way, or you can have the leg out behind you and fold over the left leg. So whatever feels most comfortable for you. One more breath wherever you are. Nice. And then slowly coming up through, press the hands down, tuck the toes. We'll all come to meet in downward facing dog. Lift the hips up high, spread the hands, give the hips a shake, drop the heels down, lift the heels, bend the legs, give your neck a little shake out. Make sure we're not holding on here. Lovely. And then we're just going to walk our feet up through to the center of the mat, taking the toes wide, and then we're going to come all the way up. Big, big stretch. Turn the toes out slightly, and we're going to exhale, bring ourselves down to a little squat. Just move a little bit side to side, just open up the hip and the ankles, and then we'll inhale, reach the arms out, come all the way up. We're going to do that again. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, sit all the way down, and then again, just find a bit of movement here in that squat, just opening out a little bit. Maybe you open the arms, you fold, just find some ankle flexion and extension. Maybe you rock, you walk back, bring the hands behind you, come back forward. One last time, inhale, come all the way up. And then exhale, come all the way down. Take the hands behind you. Gently sit your bottom down and stretch out through the legs. Lovely. Draw the toes towards you. Soften the knees as much as you need. Reach the arms up. And we'll fold over the legs. Let the back round a little bit. Absolutely fine. Let the hands rest wherever they fall, shins, thighs, towards the toes, on the floor. Let the chin be heavy. Soften the knees. They can be bent if you need to. If you straighten them down, it becomes more of a hamstring stretch. So just notice where you are and what feels good, what doesn't feel good. Really nice. One more breath. And then slowly bring yourself up. Take the left leg out and just bring the heel slightly off your mat and bring the right foot into the inner thigh. So we're coming into a half wide leg. I'll just change position so you can see. So our foot's in and our legs out along to the side. Draw the toes towards you. Inhale, lift the arms up. And slowly start to bring the hands down, and we'll take a forward fold. Reach the fingers out in front, drop the chin. Lovely. You can maybe come to the elbows. If you have a pillow, you can bring a pillow down in front of you if that feels good. You can create a little fist for you. If we're here, you might find you're already quite tight, absolutely fine. So again, it's not about how low we can go, but it's feeling that opening through the inner thighs. Really nice. And then slowly coming up. Draw the left knee in, take the right leg out wide. Really nice. So again, flex the foot up towards you. Inhale, reach the arms up. And again, take that forward fold. Hands fall wherever they fall. Let the arms be heavy. Let the neck be heavy. The back will round naturally. Maybe you rest on the forearms. Maybe you're here. Wherever feels comfortable for you, where you're not putting any unnecessary tension or stress or causing tightness in the face. But we should be feeling that opening through the inner thighs, or perhaps across the lower back a little bit, maybe across the back of the glutes. Again, as long as there's no pain. Pain is not what we want. Good job, everybody. And then slowly coming back up. This time, keep the right leg out long. Straighten out through the left leg this time. So now we've got a wide leg stance. Again, it's not how wide you can go. And then this time we're going to inhale. We're going to crawl ourselves out. And again, take a forward fold. And you might notice, again, some differences, some subtleties of sensations through the front of the thigh, the inner groin area, maybe the back of the glutes. Feel free to take hold of the toes or the shins if you want to. As you fold gently forward, release the chin. Really nice. And then slowly coming all the way up. Take the knees in. Give yourself a big hug. Nice, just a little hug of the knees. And then take the hands behind you. Just drop the knees side to side. Really nice. And then straighten out the left leg, bring the right leg in, hug that with the left arm and just take a twist. Nice, just through the center of the body. If you want, you can bring that foot over the knee and hug the leg in. Just again, add a little bit more if you want that. And then just releasing that, straighten out the right leg, draw the left knee in. Again, on the inside or the outside, hug it with the right arm and then draw yourself through and twist. Left hand rests behind you. Nice. And the gaze perhaps just follows naturally through. One more breath. And then slowly coming back through. So we're gently going to bring the feet to the ground. We're going to lower ourselves all the way onto our back. And we're going to draw the knees into the chest. Lovely big hug of the knees here. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. And then either bringing the left foot to the ground or straightening the left leg out long, draw the knee into the chest here, the right knee into the chest. And then taking hold of that knee with the left hand, take the right arm out and draw that knee all the way over towards the left. Let yourself roll completely over, feeling that stretch through the shoulder. Lovely. Maybe that hand just gently rests on the knee. So really, really deep stretch it. If your right arm feels uncomfortable, you can just gently rest it on the rib cage or just bring it somewhere that feels more comfortable for you. One more breath. And then inhale, draw that knee all the way back in. Bring the left knee in, this time straighten out the right leg, either foot to the floor or all the way out long. Draw the knee into the chest. Take hold of that with the right hand, left arm out long. Draw your knee all the way over. Again, let yourself completely roll over as much as possible so you can feel that opening maybe through the front of the pec, the ribs, the hips. If you need to, just rest the left arm somewhere more comfortable. Maybe the gaze just falls into a natural position, not trying to move the neck too much. And then gently drawing that knee back in. Take both knees in this time, and then either taking hold of the knees and drawing them out towards the armpits, or taking hold of the back of the thighs, straighten the feet up but keep the knees bent towards the armpits. You might take this variation, or maybe you can take hold of the outside of the feet and draw the knees down, coming into happy baby. Maybe you've got hold of the shins, but you're flexing the feet, you're pressing them up towards the ceiling whilst drawing the knees down towards the ground, opening the back of the body, letting the back round up if you need to, maybe just rocking a little bit side to side, massaging the lower back. If that's too much, again, just take hold of the backs of the legs, let the feet be heavy, or you've got hold of the knees, whatever feels most comfortable for you. Really easy movement here. Nice. And then bring the feet down towards the ground. Just take the feet as wide as your mat, let the knees knock in. Just take a moment here to settle. We're going to take one last hip opening posture before we come to our relaxation. And then slowly walk the feet back into the center. Take the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to open wide. You can rest the hands on the belly or the thighs. You can take the heels away from the bottom if you need to. They don't have to be so close into the body. You can take the arms wide or overhead. That just opens the chest a little bit. But allow the knees to feel heavy as we open up the front of the hips again. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. And just take a moment to settle and ground. Easy, easy posture here. Allow that natural rounding or kind of arching of the back to happen. The hips feel open. The face is soft. And then slowly, slowly, slowly take the hands to the outside of the thighs, draw the knees in. And then coming to your final posture, take any last little movements that you might want. Maybe you want to stretch the legs up, maybe you want to take them wide, maybe you want to just drop a little bit side to side. But we're going to come to Shavasana now. So taking the legs out long, arms out to the side, take up as much space as you need. Get a blanket, a pillow, a cushion, whatever you need to feel comfy and cozy here. And then take a moment to settle and ground down. Easy breath in, feel the body settle onto the ground. Notice every part of the body that's in contact with the ground beneath you. So from the heels all the way up through the backs of the legs, the back of the hips, the buttocks, through to the back of the body, the shoulders, the spine, the back of the arms, the back of the head. Everything in contact with the ground is supported, so the weight of your body can just let go here. If you find the legs out long is a bit uncomfortable for your lower back, just bring the feet to the ground and let the knees knock in together, and that just releases the lower back for you. You can rest the hands on the belly. And then whenever you're ready, close the eyes if not already. Lengthen the back of the neck by just lifting up the head, drawing the chin down, and then gently resting the skull back down. So it might feel like you're compressing the front of the neck, but actually you're lengthening the back. And then find an easy stillness throughout the body where you can just Big breath in, big breath out. Easy through the whole body. With every exhale, you find there's just a natural letting go, an easing of any tension or tightness. You just observe how the body feels now resting. What do you notice throughout the body? Completely at ease, the whole body just resting quietly and gently. And the weight of your body is supported by the ground. And we'll enjoy once again this moment of stillness, of peace, of calm, of quiet. And all there is the gentle, audible rhythm of your breath coming in and leaving the body. And you just watch this constant flow in and the flow out. Savoring every breath. A wonderful inhale and the releasing exhale. No rush, no hurry. You find yourself slowing down even more. Perhaps the breath becomes even slower and calmer. So there's almost a faint ocean-like sound of the breath. And then wherever you are, just gently coming back into your body by moving the fingers and toes, stretching through the arms and legs, maybe a full body stretch, bending one knee, giving yourself a big hug, just gently rocking a little bit on the back of the body till maybe you come all the way over to one side, rolling all the way over. Gently pushing yourself up to a comfortable seat. Just crossing the legs if that feels good. Bringing the hands together. Just bow your head down, giving yourself some thanks for practicing. Always a pleasure to guide you and teach you. And then just gently opening the eyes if you haven't. Thank you very much for practicing. And just